Atlanta. I am Big Tick.
At the twine so gallantly streaming.
At God.
Brought to you by Kia. Good evening, everyone. Mike Tirico for this game with Mikal Bridges, who has not scored.
And forward.
Record, Jalen Brunson is averaged just over 26, including the play. What are we thinking here before Game 4 gets the ball in this? Petritus, Sean Corbin. The other two officials. Brunson, Atlanta switching a lot. Brunson struggling on the defensive end. Matched up with McCollum here. First shot of the game. First hoop of the game. Home by 11. Challenge the handoff to Johnson. Dyson comes inside. Okongwu can make that shot and has in this series. Long.
Jalen Brunson is going to be on Dyson Daniels, the non-scorer for Atlanta, whereas Mikal Bridges is going to be guarding C.J. McCollum. So Daniels is going to have to put some kind of pressure on Brunson. Nice move there by Jalen.
Nice attack by Johnson, 5th year out of Duke, career high 22.5 points he scored this season. Brunson beating Daniels over Okongwu. No. Karl Anthony Towns on the glass to the basket for 10 points in Game 3.
You're talking about what do the Knicks have to do? They're going to have to dominate the offensive glass, in and out shot.
Advantage there for New York thus far in this series. Towns dives down the lane. McCollum's got him. As Anunoby, terrific in Game 3, pitched it. There's Towns inside the two.
Creating that opportunity.
Johnson denied by Hart, but Josh picks up the game's first foul.
So Mike, how about that pass by Okongwu? Here's the missed shot by Brunson, and again, lowers that shoulder. That's a mismatch at its best right there. Good start here for Towns.
Booted double-doubles, 39 of them this season. Third best in the league. A stat that was paced by the Knicks' Karl Anthony Towns. Hart sets the screen. Towns another one, but Brunson doesn't use it. And the turnover. Hawks, if they can put a fork in it, 3-on-1. CJ, bounce pass, Daniels. One more. Alexander Walker.
About one of the top corner shooting three guys in the game.
Knicks off to a nice start from the field, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots. McCollum doubled at the top. Daniels moves it inside. Free Okongwu. Alexander Walker with the shot clock inside of 5. Working on Bridges, taking 3. And stays here with the Knicks.
This is what we talked about, next play speed. You got to get to that corner 3. Alexander Walker, one of the best corner 3 shooters in our game.
And some space, comes inside for 2. Jalen Johnson on the glass at a career-high season in points and boards and assists.
They're not even guarding Daniels. He's going to have to put some kind of pressure on someone. He's almost playing 4-on-5 out here.
McCollum, window 2. Portland, and followed by a couple of playoff appearances in New Orleans. But the trade here in January has really changed a lot about this team. Bridges on the drive, gets on the board.
Well, that's got to be a welcome sight. And more importantly for Mikal Bridges, who has really struggled. That's the move you're looking for from Daniels.
So a couple of guys who've been thinking about need to score, get them there, especially Bridges, who had missed his last 7 shots. Terrific first 4 minutes of this one. Towns send a screen, leave it up. Takes flight.
Ready. 2 great assists coming from Karl Anthony Towns. 1 for the 3 from Brunson and OG down the lane.
Response from the leagues for Walker. Voted that honor, and it was announced yesterday. Daniels takes away from Brunson. Has Alexander Walker with him, taking 3. Daniels defense long on Brunson, trying to give him problems. OG, so good game 3. Towns inside, hook through the Kongwu, and the foul's going to be a little.
This has been a great start for Karl Anthony Towns.
It's a game 4. Best players got to be at their best in a game like this, especially down 2-1. Towns might have been moving. Brunson inside. Daniels on with minutes. There's Alexander Walker. Got a little bit of a hand from Bridges as he was crossing over. Timeout on the floor. Good start to this one.
Here for the Knicks early on.
They start shooting for both teams. Knicks 6 of 9, Hawks 5 of 9. Gabe Vincent, number 4, checking in for Atlanta. Another one of the additions later on in the season. Back cut Anunoby. Inside. Got rid of Johnson for the dunk.
29 in game 3. We talked about Cat owning the paint. OG very much the same way.
Alexander Walker, Towns got a piece of it. Kongwu still with time on the clock. Dyson Daniels trying to lose Hart. It finds Johnson at the end of the clock. Not off in time. Shot clock violation. Good deep.
Another pass from that high post from Cat. His 3rd assist. OG.
The 3 you mentioned. So that's 5 of the 7 Knicks baskets either assisted or scored by the man with the ball right now. Watch by Kongwu. Clock at 5. Vincent guarding Brunson. Late clock, Jalen Brunson. Vincent. Daniels back the other way. Going to take it right to the rim. Does not finish. And Anunoby feels like Daniels is thinking about shooting instead of just going. Anunoby snaking his way to the basket. Daniels off on the 3. He's not very good shooting it this year.
Yeah, the Knicks will live with that. And in fact, they're going to encourage Daniel to knock down those 3s. Got to go quick. Mismatch down low. Vincent trying to guard OG.
Anunoby wins the size back advantage to give the Knicks a 3-point lead. Good hands by Hart. The traffic. Brunson. Pitch ahead. Bridges done.
And what a small play there by to give him another easy one to get his confidence going.
Knicks ready to make 4 subs. Next dead ball. The Hawks 2. Alexander Walker, you can see all those plays. You know what's coming. Tight coverage. Towns, good hands. Knocked it out.
Got to send help. OG, what a start. 3 of 4 and 6 points. Look at the active hands here by Hart and the unselfish play by the captain
for New York.
And this has been the point of contention on talk radio in New York, having both the superstars and all-stars on the bench together.
Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Atlanta. Vincent out of the corner. Hits a 10 points in the first 3 games of this series. Knocks 1 down. Alvarado brings energy. Clarkson over Kuminga. Off the window. Nice finish.
He's been playing more off the bench here. His defense has picked up as well, as you see right there.
Too much in the foul call as Kuminga was trying to look out. 3-1. Just adds a different thickness to the layer of intensity, but it's the higher seed down 2-1 in a game 4 on the road.
Look at the pressure here.
Johnson sees 3. Moget free for 3. His Hart, lone starter on the floor for the Knicks. This McBride, the pitch inside. Mitchell Robinson, they'll put him on the line where he is really bad.
The true advantage the Knicks have, and will always have in this series, is their ability to offensive rebound. There's 1 for 2 for Rob.
So it was 4-3. Knicks scored 1 more point than the Hawks, with Brunson and Towns on the bench together. McCollum still has that quickness. Got to the free throw line for 2. McBride, Brunson, play out front. Brunson got a little space over Alexander Walker. And then Noby's everywhere. There's 2 of them on the floor. He's been so good in this quarter.
That was Robinson that kept that ball alive.
Brunson fights inside for 2.
7 points, 3 of 7.
McCollum sees Robinson. He's by 2 through 3. Contact. And the foul called on the pass on the early going.
McCollum has seen OG, Bridges, a little bit of Clarkson, and now Deuce McBride. So a plethora of looks for McCollum.
He's doing a nice job, really making those dribble handoffs tough to catch. Kuminga trying to get on the score sheet, and a note a moment ago was on McBride of the Knicks, and it's his second. So number 2 has 2.
Here's the switch Brunson wants. He wants McCollum guarding him.
Working it, going inside. Robinson. Mitchell Robinson, as always, a force on the glass. Largest lead of the game for the Knicks. Kuminga can't change that. He's missing.
One and done for Atlanta, whereas the Knicks have dominated the offensive glass.
Hawks have none. Knicks have 3. That's a Clarkson 3. Rebound by Gall. College ball in Pullman at Washington State. Nothing easy for Atlanta to initiate offense. Kuminga's missed the first 2 since the timeout. Make it 3. Clarkson's.
Who's going to score the basketball here?
Oh, gee, says I will for the Knicks. Denied inside. Robinson couldn't get it. And a quick hand. That time Clarkson.
Great transition defense.
McBride's got 2. McCollum.
Already 4 rebounds in this first quarter for Robinson.
Anunoby sizing up Kuminga. Runs it from the top at the good defender Daniels. Dancing, take it. Rimmed it out. Alexander Walker.
Because once this Knicks defense gets set, they've been too good here in this first quarter.
Alexander Walker letting the clock run down. 1-4 flat set. They'll take it. He's got to get the rebound. Last touch by the Knicks. Knicks are trying to get sorted with who is on the floor and who is matching up against whom. Shot clock is off. Conwood taking it baseline and is fouled. He'll come to the free throw line as Robinson, 8 points a game, has 2. 1 week from tonight, we'll join you for the first Saturday in May. Then we'll have an NBA playoff game after that. 1 week from tonight on NBC. Conwood, not foul to give. McBride's got it in the backcourt. Alexander Walker comes to get him. Who's pitched Brunson. Puts it up at the end of the quarter. Rims it out. And that brings us to the end. It's Alexander. And the Thunder winning earlier over Phoenix. SGA might be in line for other family hardware as we go through this playoff stretch.
Once he was screened, still was able to get in there and get a deflection.
Fight to get it inbounds. Mohamed Gay has it for the Hawks.
Now look at the pressure here by New York defensively.
McCollum, tough shot. Alvarado got hit.
The contact down low by Alvarado and the concentration. And McCollum, who stands about 6'4", Alvarado 5'11".
A 7-footers round down. 5'11s round up. Those of us shorter just give up. 5-point Knicks lead. Bridges, who did hit 2 baskets in that first quarter. Alvarado trying to get him back with a 3. It's a clock issue, or?
Look at this, shot clock running down. Nothing but splash here by Alvarado.
As Corey Kispert is checked in out of Gonzaga. For the Hawks, McCollum stepping back. Gay on the rebound. Kuminga missed his shots in the first quarter, took 3 of them. McCollum tries to snake in, runs into Karl Anthony Towns.
They take a toll over 48 minutes.
Atlanta keeping this possession alive with their first offensive rebound.
Look at that steal.
Grand Theft Alvarado. Bridges. Goaltending start.
Well, bringing the ball up full court with the pesky defense by Jose.
Exactly what they wanted when he got him in trade from New Orleans. Kuminga has missed 2 threes. Now 3 threes off the mark. The fight for it, Anunoby. Towns hands. Bridges. Knicks can get in the flow offensively. Alvarado off there. Anunoby keeps it alive. Towns on the box on Kuminga. Backing down. Going to the hook shot. Which he does often with that hook on his offensive moves. Kuminga inside. So after missing the threes.
Look, I think the best offense for Atlanta is going to be in this game is a transition bucket. Offensive foul. Second most fouls during the regular season behind Wendell Carter Jr. And he usually picks up 2 of these a game. Nice job by Gay. Rotating over.
In Towns. You mentioned the lack of interior presence and size. Jock Landale still out with that right ankle injury for Atlanta. So they really are smaller inside. Vincent puts on the brakes.
2, which means the defense and the pressure really getting to Atlanta.
Vincent foul with a hole on Bridges.
That's the guy you're saying. Look at this. Here's the foul by Vincent, but more importantly, how about the horse shot?
He's 0 for 7 until this game. Makes 2 early. Feeling a lot
that
better.
would count for 2 letters, I would think. If you were playing
Have you
horse,
tried that? Because nobody would want to play horse with you. You'd kill everybody.
look at this. This would count.
I guarantee you do it when you get home. Just try it. 14-footer from the derriere. Drive by Alvarado, trying to feed Bridges. Came in at that whistle, and so too now does Onyeka Okongwu.
Good minutes there by Mohamed Day.
Yeah. Towns goes down. Towns is free. He missed it. He missed it again. Scott Foster were going to challenge. They didn't. They're just subbing. Look at it inside. Like Towns is almost 2 wide open now.
How do you miss that, Carl Anthony? Throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Throw it down. We've got a game. Let's go. Johnson. Jalen Johnson's sitting there. Okongwu defending on Towns. Carl Anthony going left.
By Cat. Going left, the defender on your right, and you're having to shoot back off the glass. Cat up. What a start for the Knicks. And to me, it started at the defensive end.
Absolutely. So degree of difficulty 1, and he missed. Degree of difficulty. Lead by New York is 11, their largest of the evening. Gabe Vincent using his speed, sees 2 blue shirts. Vincent a 3.
Needed.
The rest of the Hawks are 2 of 13 shooting threes.
This is a small team on the floor here. Look at this.
Towns missed the dunk, but he got fouled.
Here, using that size. I talked about how small the Hawks are. Seals it, and it's off to the races.
With the Pacers, whether it's the Knicks or other teams, you come in and you know that the other guys are desperate because they are the road team, and their
Starks was done in that series. He had a monster game in Game 6 on the road in MSA. To me, this is when the Knicks have always down. For whatever reason, when they're at home, they go through the motion, but on the road, it's unbelievable.
Vincent looking for a third. Flustered. Knicks defense has been so good in the first 16 minutes. This one. Cat. Oh, he held on there. Karl Anthony Towns having a very big imprint on this second quarter. He has 10 of the game. 6 in front of him. Okongwu the answer inside.
Loves, number 1, his playmaking ability. And I said, you know what, that kind of goes back to his high school days when he was playing with the Ball brothers.
That's a great point. Towns feeling it, pitching it. OG. Anunoby off of the 3. Again, just by his touches, even though that last one didn't go down. McCollum has 6 points. Jalen Johnson working from the outside over Anunoby.
Only 1 of 3.
Towns joins the play.
What a pass.
Hart. 1 more OG. 1 more Brunson. Get a tee. Get people separated. Just to make sure that everybody's nerve endings are going just fine. Jose Alvarado, school down here at Georgia Tech, but he's from the New York area. That's off Kuminga. Like we've seen so far.
You need a little edge coming off the bench, especially in a hostile environment. Nice hands here by Daniels who create that turnover from this. Active hands right off the shin of Brunson.
Second in the league in steals this year.
But Mike, where is the scoring going to come from?
Johnson on the attack for two.
Johnson has to find a way to get going offensively here. Look at this.
Kuminga Reddick couldn't take it away. OG on the deck keeps it alive. It is Brunson last the deck. Shot clock running down. Mike Brown.
The level of anxiety in this game for both of these teams. The Knicks want to even up this series, going back 2-2 to the Garden. Oh, man. Mike Brown was
now next to each other.
Now it's got to go to Kuminga and Johnson. And if you're Johnson, you've got to hold off Mitchell Robinson.
Jalen got an early jump. Tip is controlled by Atlanta. CJ McCollum, 3 of 6. They're going to take this one. But it did go off of McCollum.
Great.
Trying to even the series at 2. Game 5 Tuesday night. We'll have this for you from MSG on NBC. Runs to the fake. Anunoby, quiet the last few, stepping the sideline.
No, he didn't even step out. They both have yellow shoes on, and Scott got confused. It was Jalen Johnson who stepped out of bounds, not OG.
8th turnover by the Knicks.
Again, Hart.
Turnover by the Hawks, their 9th.
They can't capitalize on them.
Runs to the pitch, Deuce McBride. He is off, Mitchell Robinson hit those, brings it back. Atlanta seeking some offense. Jalen Johnson looking to initiate that. Kuminga has been off on the 3 all game long. He's up 1 of 6 for the game. Brunson doing work, baseline. Hart in the second quarter. Jalen Johnson with some space. And Hart kept the dribble alive. I don't know with the attack to the back. O'Connor was there. Still 12 on the clock. Brunson trying to get inside of Robinson. Another near turnover. Anunoby hits a three.
2 steps ahead of Atlanta.
Largest lead of the game, 13. Daniels, O'Connor with the basket for 2. It's 5. Hawks shooting under 40%. Good matchup. Johnson and Anunoby. OG stepping back, feeling it. Got another one!
Figures now with 12 for OG.
After 29 in game 3. McCollum, quick step. Contact and scores.
Play fast now.
Josh Hart doing exactly that. A little bit of the Hawks medicine. Now Atlanta tries to counter, and Hart took it away. All the way, Hart. Timeout, Hawks. Guy. There's so many people who have roles on the Knicks. Anunoby at times feels like the most important Knick on a possession-by-possession basis.
Well, especially defensively, he can guard 1 through 4, even 5. Here's Alexander Walker with the end.
Alexander Walker guarded by OG. It's all the shots he's taken. Threes. 3 of 6. Good hands, McCollum to the deck, trying to take it away. Never had possession in the front court. They can go to the back to get it. Johnson can't squeeze it. Knicks have it. Bridges fouled by Daniels.
Which team is playing more desperate, like their playoff lives depended on it?
The team in blue and orange. They ask you.
Yes.
It looks like for a lot of these Atlanta guys, this is the first time they've seen this level of playoff desperation in an opponent. How do you see?
But they've got to play much faster. I think the reason why they were so successful in games 2 and 3 was in transition.
Column inside. 2. Minute 40, the number is 13. Atlanta would love to get it to 10. Brunson hounded by Daniels. Clock at 8. Towns, big start to this quarter. Hard outside. 3. Got it.
Look, acting is a part of it. If you can sell it, do it.
Really? How do you know?
I've made a career out of it.
Nobody has more than 2 fouls. Final minute, Bridges, basket foul, and it's stripped away by McCollum. 58 seconds left in the half. Brunson looking for somebody. It's Bridges out of the corner to the basket. Lost it. Shot
There and say, we've got to raise our level of aggression.
Home game, but with a lot of noise of the road team. It will not be balanced this way at the Garden on Tuesday night. Leaning in McCollum.
Got to get a stop here. Let's see if the Knicks want to go for a quick 2-for-1.
McCollum, again a deflection. Clock at 10. Pounding Hart. Hart trying to get rid of him. Got to the basket for 2.
They're going to get
Second quarter for Josh Hart. Couple of seconds, difference game in shot clock. Dyson Daniels trying to lose Brunson. McCollum off the turn, and this is going to be on the floor.
in the second half. They can walk him down.
McCollum, blowing by Bridges, sees 3, still score. 3.6, no Brunson, no Towns on the floor. Hart waits to touch it. Hart, jacking 3. End of the quarter.
And tonight, he said the Knicks have us on our heels. So what's the solution? Well, look for Dyson Daniels and Jalen Johnson and Nickeil Alexander-Walker just to handle the ball a little bit more and get it out of C.J. McCollum's hands so he has a break.
Well, there is on that possession. Great reports are because
Alvarado's and OGs and Hart's picking them up full.
So as Okongwu comes to the line for 2, let's get you set for the rest of your weekend. A little bit later tonight on that one, we are headed to Philly for Boston-Philly game 4. Looking forward to being in South Philly for 4 more. I know that Mike Green, Tim Legler, and Richard Jefferson are doing the game on ABC tonight because I ran into Legler in the Detroit airport 2 nights ago. And Daniels wins it, so chance of the Hawks to get it down to 10 or 9. Jalen Johnson off on the 3. Towns goes up to get Nobi. Can't hit the 3. Back comes Dyson Daniels.
Play fast. This is too slow.
Alexander Walker out of the corner. Got rid of Hart. Got 3. 14 to 9. And then Nobi turned away. No streamline drives to the Knicks yet. Towns. Okongwu. Late clock. Hart contested.
You've got Brunson headed back to the locker room. Can you take advantage of those minutes? Him not on the floor here. But they got to start playing downhill.
Johnson doing just that. Pitch in the corner. This will be a big 3 from Okongwu. Weak side out of bounds off up.
He's like that dribble penetration from Johnson. Okongwu's got to have confidence to step in and make that.
Column triggers. Daniels back cut, covered by Alvarado, who came in for Brunson.
He is so good.
Ditto. Inside, tied up, was Hart. And McCollum on the foul.
Hit Brunson upside the head, so you've got the left ankle and possibly the shot to the face. You have more offense and come back with Deuce McBride, who was great in that second half, and more importantly, that fourth quarter of game 3. So there's a lot of options Mike Brown had, again, like they did, and that's why they went with Alvarado.
Spike Lee watching right along on the sideline there. McCollum, Hezzy, fade, 2. 8-point game. Hands of Bridges.
Now, Cat has to be aggressive as he was.
Double
that second quarter.
Cut into Nobi.
He's found OG for a dunk at the rim.
It's his 5th assist on the evening. And Nobi, the leading scorer for the Knicks. Alexander Walker. Okongwu pushed by Hart.
Daniels broke the play defensively to try to come back and double Towns.
And push the back. And Reg, it's side out, and the Atlanta bench.
He's not shooting 2.
Team fouls on the Knicks in the first 2:45 of this second quarter. 1 on third quarter, 1 on Atlanta. Dyson Daniels thought about it.
Traveled. Shooters by having confidence in that stroke.
Well, minimum 100 attempts. He had the third worst three-point shooting season. Shot it at 19%. 30% for his career. He's a very, very good defender. Trying to get Alvarado with the tip from behind. Alvarado's drive. Hawks go.
Got numbers.
McCollum. Conwu. Right into Towns. Scoring it all. 9-3. Hawks start the third.
They've got to get this down to 5 or 6 to put some pressure. Here's the steal. Oh, man.
260-plus playoff games. 26 NBA Finals games. Alvarado trying to lose Daniels. Now sees Conwu. Kept the dribble for Hart. Tough shot. Atlanta's defensive intensity feels up.
Look at this. He stole Alvarado. Grand theft. Was waiting on the backside.
Anunoby puts it in. Back to 10.
Oh, what a back cut.
Alexander Walker couldn't finish.
He's just lurking, quietly, sneaking, creeping. Bam, gotcha.
And it leads to the Anunoby finish. Yes.
What a play there. Former six-man player of the year and Jordan Clarkson for Bridges. So with no Brunson, you're going to go with a little bit more offense on the floor here.
Towns sees a couple. Alvarado's free for three. And he knocks it down.
Alvarado.
And the assist by Towns, his 7th, a playoff career high. Could sniff a triple-double if he keeps going this way. Johnson gave it up. Daniels got to take it. The number is 13. Halftime margin was 14. Towns unable to the basket. Is foul.
Where everything is a straight line.
Karl Anthony Towns, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Stepping up in this game 4. Front bench. And terrific Maurice Cheeks back there as well. Impactful voice. Reg, what about the game?
So that set the tone for the Knicks on how they were going to play aggressively, offensively. And then how about the assists? You talk about a career-high 7 assists. Being able to share the wealth.
Hawks had cut it to 8. The Knicks have responded with the last 7. They lead by 15 after 2 one-point losses. C.J. McCollum with the game winner in both. There a bit earlier perhaps than planned because of a 4th foul on Onyeka Okongwu on that last trip down. Inside Clarkson. Their largest of the night. On this 9-0 run, can Johnson end it?
They are just daring them to shoot the basketball.
Hart pulling it away. So without Brunson, the Knicks on a run here. Towns deep, 3.
Then Alexander Walker, who can knock down a consistent 3 here.
Jalen Johnson got rid of Clarkson. Short on the swing to McCollum. Anunoby chased it down. Jordan Clarkson. Contact. And a foul.
The Knicks are getting all the 50-50 balls, the long rebounds. Clarkson leaks out right here. There's the contact.
He's got 4 fouls. He's coming out after the first free throw by Clarkson. Brunson, you saw, ready to come back in. Jordan Clarkson. Led by 19 in game 1 at the Garden, the game they won by 11. And here on the road, they lead by 19. Johnson is doubled. Gabe Vincent has 8 to make something happen. Good drive to the basket. Beautiful finish.
How good has Vincent been off the bench now with 8?
That ends the Knick run. Brunson inside. Clarkson in tight quarters. Oh by Muhammad Gay. And Kuminga. Good game, game 3. Nothing going on game 4. Tipped out of bounds.
And Johnson finally has been struggling up to this point. 3 of 10 now, only 8 points for the All-Star.
Made his finish, been well built by Ansi Salon, the GM, who took over in April of 2025. Brunson dancing with Boguet. Makes the two.
Okay.
16-point game. See if Johnson can get going for Atlanta. He palmed it. Carried it. Turned it over.
But it happens almost on every play, too, though.
Not every play.
Almost.
8 out of 10.
Almost.
Come on, man. Big drive. Deep three for Deuce. These Knicks fans, many of whom live in Atlanta, so took a quick Delta flight down. Enjoying this night. Hawks turn it over. Atlanta is out of sorts. To the metal and going. Hart, Brunson, triple. Kuminga pushed in the back by Clarkson. Hart was credited for the foul. It's his third. MT is shot by Vincent and missed. Robinson.
Look at the pressure here, Mike.
It's been all game, right?
I mean, they are just extending this Hawks offense to the half court. Everything is just struggling.
Kuminga got it slapped away. Late clock, gotta go. Over Towns, no. Daniels inside.
11 or 12. That should be your goal going into the fourth.
Brunson curling from the top. Turned away by Vincent. It's had a nice game. Brunson still attacks. Vincent tied it up. And took it away. A defense by McBride the other way for New York. Brunson lurking in the corner. Towns wanted to go there. Anunoby will. Did not, and Atlanta made theirs, specifically McCollum. Trying to dig out of that. Get this back to MSG Tuesday night on NBC, all even at 2 apiece. Nice assist.
Confusing the Hawks, and again, from that high top area, Karl Anthony Towns delivering.
9 of the Knicks, 16 assists. McCollum turns, trying to get rid of McBride. Nice off the rim and no. Look right over to your edge. Look right over to you on the three. Kuminga lost it. Towns had
Late third quarter run, but it's been the Knicks.
He was ready to pull again. McBride. Short. Fight
On the road. Normally he doesn't make road trips unless it's necessary. And game 4 tonight was necessary for New York.
Fat Joe making the trip as well. Knicks led by Anunoby's 18. McCollum with 16 for Atlanta. Trying to add to that. He's got 2. Johnson a free 3. 7 of 30 from deep. 5 seconds to spread. Game and shot. Brunson got it back. Got a step.